Prince Harry, did he actually bail out of another recent return trip to the United Kingdom, and why? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Thank you as ever for your company, and as ever I really enjoy all of your comments, so keep them coming. Got a few surprises coming up also on the show for you. I know that you do like some of these recollections of some of the people that I've been lucky enough to spend some time with. You know, it's funny, I don't know if you find this, but when you've met someone really famous, you know, and I've been lucky enough to meet so many famous people when I think about it, from presidents of the United States to mega Hollywood stars, when they pop back up on the TV you think, I can't quite believe I met you, or I spent time with you, or that sort of stuff. And particularly when they do become friends, as some of them did later on through, of course, the association. Wonderful people, wonderful stories. Lots of people ask me, you know, will you put a book together? I've got to tell you, and this is not a huge plug, I do have a book out that a lot of people may enjoy. It's called Live from the London Palladium. And it's all about the people that I was lucky enough to interview, international stars, you know, Jerry Lewis, every possible huge star, lots of Hollywood stars that appeared at the London Palladium. And they appeared because it was such a big draw. They told me their stories, their nerves, their, well, you know, triumphs, and some of them not so triumphs. Mickey Rooney. So if you want to check that out, it is out on Amazon. You know, it's a book publisher, it's nothing to do with me individually, but of course if you want to know some inside secrets, some fun stories, that definitely would be something you may enjoy. But back as ever to your royal story of the day. As we know, Prince Harry was supposed to return to England for this week's, you know, Diana celebration, and it seems strange that he's decided not to do that. It's a bit of a slap in the teeth to his brother Prince William, and of course to his mother, Princess Diana. Of all the things that really people do expect of him, he should do that. Now, we do know that apparently flying into London gives him palpitations and all of those sorts of things. Didn't seem to have too many palpitations when he was making money and meeting people flying to New York though. So it does appear to be, you know, one rule for one and not the other. But do you remember, he was apparently supposed to come back late last month. Now, what happened to that? Well, the deal was that Prince Harry was going to be returning back here to the United Kingdom with a Netflix camera crew in tow. He was going to be interviewing various people from the Invictus Games. Now, I knew this because I'd spoken to quite a few of the potential interviewees, and they were quite excited apparently. There hadn't been anything formed as such, you know, no real deals. But of course, just to get their story over, something that we did know Prince Harry is passionate about, would have made perfect sense. And we were told by Netflix and the publicity teams that this was going to be the first big thing coming out of the traps for Prince Harry on his mega deal. Well, for some reason that didn't come off. Now, there's been lots of speculation as to what went wrong. Why did he change his mind? Well, what we can tell you as ever first here on the show is this. The deals and the dates and stuff like that really just coincided with the finalising dates of the Global Citizen Live. And of course, we do know how much that meant to Meghan and Harry combined. They were very excited about that 3-day trip to New York, put all the focus back on them, and of course they both took to the stage to give a speech in the loosest possible terms of the word. And then of course Meghan turned up looking like something of a 60s throwback in that nice white dress, whatever it was called, not quite sure. A lot of people criticised her. I thought it was really brave. Let's not forget she's recently just given birth. Whatever you think, girls, it's tough. Lots of people out there are always pulling focus, you know what I'm saying? But back of course to the story. Well, what truly happened? Well, that was going to be on the weekend that Harry was going to return back to the United Kingdom. Now, lots of people could say, well, you know, why did he pull out? Well, it wasn't exactly 100% confirmed. But now, moving forward, a lot of these interviews could be now done via Zoom or by a remote camera crews from London and then fired back for the documentary. Again, I do kind of think that it's the personal touch that makes these documentaries successful. And if Prince Harry and Netflix do want to make sure these projects are successful going forward, then again, I would think about making sure you get some face-to-face contact. As for now, we're no idea when this particular documentary about the Invictus Games and those celebrations could hit the screens, but according to the PR buff, it was supposed to be some point in the spring of 2022. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the heart of London.